the real purpose of this is proactive healthcare. So it's about cognitive enrichment. They're incredibly intelligent animals, but it's also about making sure that they're doing as much healthcare work as possible, so that if there's any anomalies, our keepers can ascertain really small shifts in behaviour really, really quickly, pick up on anything that is healthcare orientated really, really quickly. So we'll just make sure we keep this very clear for Alex. We also do behaviour that we would see out in wild environments too. So we make sure that they're still in touch with doing a lot of their essential natural behaviour. So porpoising is something that you will see seals do regularly out in wild environments. Often this is to obey predation, so to get away from predators, disrupting the water's currents and being able to make a quick escape. Here it's also about physical motion and being able to just have a lot of essentially exercise for our seals who have a lot of energy and will be swimming incredible distances in wild environments. You can see as part of our training session here, we have a audio cue, sometimes a visual cue as well, a bridge, so a whistle, to signal to Bella that she has done the correct behaviour. So she's identified correctly what Alex has asked her to do, and she gets rewarded with a piece of fish. So it's all about sort of higher value reinforcement. It's not about confusing Bella. If she had, say, volunteered another behaviour that wasn't what Alex was asking for, Alex isn't going to give her a piece of fish just to say thanks for trying. She's going to always just reward the correct behaviour so Bella knows what to do next time with a different keeper. Doing some aquaplaning. So this is once again another way that seals might utilise getting prey on the very sort of top layer of the ocean surface. It's also another way to evade predation and another form of physical exercise, physical exertion for our seals. Bella, being a young seal, has a lot of energy, so often like all of her training sessions are a lot about encompassing ways to tire her out as much as possible and get the most physical exertion that we can from her. So some stationing behaviour, getting the attention of a pinniped, as you can see. It's always a wonderful challenge for our keepers. Sometimes it's just about slight adjustments of behaviour as well. Getting her to station, really important, because we do slightly sort of more intravenous methods of healthcare, whether that be blood draws, inoculations, things that require animals to be still for quite a period of time. So making sure that they can do all of these things with the trust of their keeper, so that when the time does come for something that might be a little bit more uncomfortable for our animals, that they've already built up a really incredible rapport and a firm trust with their keeper and with that behaviour. And it's all about positive relationships to their training. So we only want them to have good experiences, which is why it's always such a joy to watch them, because it's all about enriching them and making sure that their healthcare is a really important part of their day. It's a really vital part of their day, but it's something that they can come to sort of look forward to and enjoy and get a lot out of as well. So other kinds of behaviour that we might ask for our seals could be dentition. So it could be looking in their mouths, seeing that their teeth are in good condition. As seals get older, their teeth do slightly darken because of the tannins and all kinds of things, the food that they eat. But sometimes they get little fish bones and things caught in there too. So our keepers can reach in, pull things out of seals' mouths. They do have that kind of relationship with our seals. And it does mean that there's no need to make a sort of trip to the vet, get the vet down here. Everything's about trusting the keeper and making sure that they're the first point of call when it comes to any anomalies. So encouraging our seals to sometimes raise their fin, give us a little bit of a wave. They do also have nails on those flippers there that they use to groom themselves, so encouraging some of that grooming behaviour as well. And then also just a little bit more physical work and mental cognition too. So shaping behaviour with seals is also about challenging them. So shaping also means you start small and then you build and build and build until the animal's really confident with it, but it gives them sort of that extra puzzle, that extra challenge that they get to engage with. Looking in their eyes as well, as our seals get a little older, Bella is obviously a very young seal, but we have two 18-year-olds that are in our colony. Their eyes can get slightly sensitive. They're using them a lot underwater, very vital and important for their survival. So we are able to actually administer eye drops for our older seals, and that's also incorporated into their training behaviour. Sometimes also getting Bella to volunteer some snapshot behaviours is another way to get her to sort of shape something that is really mentally enriching for her as well. get her to be challenged. Sometimes ask her to volunteer her own behaviour. And that's always fun to watch. And moving about on land a lot as well as in the water. Being a pinniped, it means that they are also a shore-footed animal on shore. So they are moving about on terrain, terrestrial species, as well as being a marine species as well. So making sure that they use those muscles appropriately in different parts of their habitat. So over the rocks, in the water, jumping from the water to the rocks, stationing, holding focus, and then being rewarded with something that she really loves. A little bit more aquaplaning behaviour too. As you can see, she's very efficient in the water, very efficient indeed. And choice and control is another really important part of training here at Melbourne Zoo, Victoria. That's about where there's a first book. All kinds of different sound for skills made for different reasons, wild environment, communication purposes, for alerts, especially being a social species as they are, ways of recognising and understanding one another. But yeah, choice and control. So as part of all of our training programs here from our small animals up to our biggest animals, the choice is really in the animal's hands. And what we mean by that is at any point, if they do not want to participate in their training session, they have absolutely no obligation to. There's no ramifications for it, they don't lose out, they won't get less food. It's just a time for them to have a one-on-one rapport with the keeper, build that relationship, ascertain some of that health care, have that mental cognition, but if it's not the time for it, if it's a time of season that might be not ideal, you know, they go through molts, sometimes they're less food motivated. Our keepers are not going to enforce or reinforce things. They're always going to be shaping training sessions for the basis of how our animals are receiving it. Thank you, Alex, and thank you, Bella. What a wonderful training session. And thank you, guys.